Actually, I wanted to talk about money this morning, but I want to talk about my car too. So, I sold this car. I sold my other car. The Prius. The Prius, which was my money maker because it was good on gas. I was doing rideshare, delivery. It was a car that I bought from somebody who I bought it from somebody who bought it from an auction, and he was just trying to flip it basically, but he ran into some issues, I guess, and ran into a few issues, and I guess he had it for longer than he anticipated. Supposedly he had battery issues, so he had the battery serviced. But yeah, that was my money maker, and for some odd reason, I just said, let's sell it, let's get something else. So before I sold it, I started just looking for other cars, something else that I wanted within the same price range. So basically, I didn't sell it. I just kind of was like more of a trade when I got rid of it. Ooh, see, it's scraped. This car is very low. So it's more basically, I just traded the Prius for this, basically. I traded the gas-saving moneymaker hatchback that I could, rare utility, huge utility, for a car that looks nice, has a really good body, strong body, hasn't been wrecked. The Prius had been dinged up all over the place, so I don't know who drove it. Somebody with bad eyesight, or somebody who just liked to didn't. It had a lot of dings, so it had on Carfax. One of the guys that was coming to buy it from me, he pulled up the Carfax and he showed me, look, it was salvaged, it was hit in this accident. And so the guy bought it, he flipped it, he bought it to flip it. I bought it from him just to make money. He advertised it for a decent price. Miles weren't too high. I'm like, you know what, let's get it. So I bought it. I had no paper. I had paperwork, but I bought it without a title. I bought it with a bunch of auction paperwork that they gave him, all this bullshit. And I thought there was going to be an issue trying to register it, to be honest. I took it to one place. They said, oh no, this is going to be a mess, and it's going to cost you a lot of money, $500. So we'll get started on it. And I'm like, oh. So I thought there was going to be an issue with the paperwork on the Prius, but the guy I bought it for he referred me to the place that he usually deals with, and so it got all sorted out. I got the title, and I was making money with the Prius. It was a 2007, and I just made as much money as I mean, I wasn't making grips of money. I was working, doing rideshare. It wasn't like it was free money raining down. But I was making enough money where I didn't worry about money. You know, I didn't worry about having money. I didn't worry about working all the time. I just work whenever I need money. Just go turn on the app, go work, and that's it. When I reach my goal, stop. When I'm satisfied, stop, and that's it. So, yeah, I got rid of it though. I got rid of it. I sold it for whatever reason, you know, because I wanted something else. I said to myself I wanted something else, and I got something else, and I got this car. This is a 98 Mercedes CLK. Now all these letters, they mean different things. SLK, CLK, whatever. I don't even know what the C means, or the L, or the K. But I think it's a CLK 320. Now the 320 means it's not like the big motor V8. It's a V6. So there's 320. There's 4 whatever, you know, kind of goes up. 500s are the bigger ones, right? So it's a 320 CLK. Silver, same color. It's black interior, unlike the Prius, which was silver, but the Prius was gray leather interior. On this one, I've put a new stereo. It had the stock stereo, so it's got the Bluetooth. But it's not one I want to drive every day. You know, it's nice to go cruise somewhere, but you don't want to use it every day. Drive the shit out of it. You know, I'd say periodically. I mean, drive it half the week, right? Instead of all every day. Cars are meant to be driven, though. They're not meant to sit. So, yeah, I mean, I like the body. I like the wheels. The looks, right? The looks. I can, you know, the oil change probably easy. It's right on the filters, right on the top, kind of like the BMW that I had. Kind of has an aggressive stance. The body, you know, kind of like a puma or a cat, ready to pounce. Now let's talk about the issues that I want to get fixed. I think I probably need some new shocks. The guy whoever had it, they put a body kit, like a AMG whatever body kit on it. So it's got that, and it's missing the area where you would jack it up normally. I'm not even sure what kind of jack. I gotta go double check, see what jack is there. So normally on the BMW, I really liked it because it had a rod that just goes straight into the body, and so it goes in there all the way. So it's not underneath the car; it's inside the car. So it's not going to slip off. It's impossible. So that's a really nice setup, and that's part of the design of the car is the jack. Now this one, that slot is covered up with the body kit. It's not there, so I got to use a floor jack, or just a I just can't use that location, basically. You could probably still use any different jack as long as I can get it under the car. But yeah, I won't. That location is unavailable on this car. What else? Yeah, so I got the Sony. You know, there's a stereo shortage because of all the shortages, all the COVID shortages, shipping container shortages. But yeah, I really like the Sony stereo. It's got really good sound. I'm happy about it. With it, I had my same stereo guy. He installed it for me, which I wasn't happy with them before because they, you know, my door was fucked up, my handle was coming off, and I just wasn't happy with the stereo. The stereo sounded worse than the stock stereo that I had in the BMW, so I wasn't too happy last time. But I did get this stereo for about $100 at Best Buy, and then I just had him install it for me. Not that I can't do it myself. I mean, I don't know. I should be able to do my own stereo, install my own stereo, right? Anyways. So I've done that to it. What else? What have I done to this car? Really haven't done anything. I haven't put much money into it. I haven't had to. On the Prius, I put a new hatch on it from the junkyard. I put a new door. I was using it for work, and people always open the door, and the first door they see was that fucked up door. So I put a new door on that. I didn't put a new front door. But yeah, this has a really good body. Hasn't been hit, dinged, banged up, wrecked like the Prius was. Also, you know, I've signed up for that auction that I think the guy that I bought the Prius, he bought it from. So it's Copart. I'm a member. You know, I paid $60, $65, whatever, for a yearly membership. But then you got to be a dealer. If you're not a dealer, you got to pay these other people, which tax you for their services. So they tax you, and then I guess the auction, I hear taxes you. And I hear they tax $1,000. I'm like, whoa. So the price is plus $1,000 plus the dealer fees, or the guy I got to get to buy it for me because I don't have a license, dealer license. So that's a lot of fees. So I signed up, but you know, I haven't really gone anywhere with the $60 membership. It's just more taxes I'd have to pay. So yeah, the Mercedes. Let's see here. Can I turn this camera around? What is this? Is that for? Okay, that's for a shot. I should be able to turn around the camera while recording. So I was going to turn the camera around so I could show you the car. Well, let's see. So the car, now this was peeling, hanging down, so I just tore it off. I hope it won't be too much money to get new fabric. It can be black even. It can be black, it can be gray. So yeah, every car has its own kind of personality, characteristic. just like humans do, cars do. You know, for some reason this car has been burning a lot of oil. Or not burning, I mean the Prius was burning oil. This one, the oil is just black, but I haven't really put, I don't know, maybe I have put that many miles on it. Maybe I should change the oil grade. But it's black, so I don't even want to drive it right now. I feel bad about just starting it even, because the oil looks black. It looks older than it should be because it hasn't been that long since I changed the oil, which I did when I had my buddy Beto. We did the valve cover gaskets, which is an easy job. The hard part about it was just getting all the shit out of the way, right? I have the tools. I went and I bought the star tool or whatever for the that you need. You don't need any special tools really. Yeah, so the oil's black. I don't even want to drive it or start it right now. I just want to do the oil change on it right now. Actually, I need to do it now. So let's see if we can take a look at it. Can we? Why can't we? Oh, here's the car. Let's see. The wheels, I really like the wheels. So like I said, it has that let's see, looking at it here, has that body kit with no jack area. And it's low, so this thing keeps scraping. Actually, I hit it a couple good times right now today, coming out of the car wash. So there's the car. Really is a thing of beauty. It is a pretty good looking car. So and I got it, I guess you could say I got it for looks. You could say I got it for looks, and you'd be right. And you could say I was second guessing myself the whole time. I had an opportunity to back out of buying it. You know, because what I did is the guy didn't have the paperwork. He bought it from an auction, so we got another auction deal here. He bought it from an auction, and it had a shifting issue, so he had it in the shop when I first saw it. Came to look at it. It was in the shop. And it had a huge ass oil leak, and the guy in the shop should have known. I mean, anybody could see that big ass oil leak. So it had a huge oil leak. It's got a new starter, which it didn't need, because what was happening is the shift linkage was loose. Something came loose, so it was not starting because of the shifter. So something just needed to be tightened or whatever, and the gear shifter. So they tightened that, and that was the issue. But he already paid for the starter, like $400. So it's got a new starter. Yeah, but Why did I say that? The auction when I bought it, oil leak, starter. Oh yeah, I had time to back out of the deal. So what I did is I had the money to buy it, and I put it down. I gave the guy the cash because he didn't have the paperwork anymore. He didn't have the title. So what we wound up doing is we just went to the DMV together, did all the paperwork. I got the title mailed to me. He never gave me a title, but the paperwork was all signed over at the DMV, and the title got mailed to me. Yeah, I had time to back out of it, you know. So I was looking at, so I gave him like $250, whatever, just to say, look, I'm buying this car. Don't sell it to somebody else. And I bought it, or I gave him that money, but then I was looking at, plenty of time, I was looking at trucks, you know. I mean, truck is a utility. I want something that's utility, not looks. You know, I'm not 18 years old, right? I mean, I need to survive. I need utility. You know, is it going to make me money? Can I haul stuff? So I had time to back out. I had time to you know, buy something else. I didn't put all the money on right away. And I was looking at other Priuses. I found a few. I found one that I could afford. I found one for, you know, $2,500 even, you know, and I called and they answered, and wow, I'm like, hey, maybe I could have done that. It was a white one, not beat up, not banged up, and I kind of got the Priuses sorted, you know, to be honest. I feel I have the Prius sorted. In other words, if a cell goes out, you know, I kind of have an idea of maybe I can fix it myself, or I don't know. I just feel confident on about the Prius fixing them, and I feel like my knowledge was enough to have confidence. You know, like I said, I could do the oil change, and I tinkered with it a little bit, so I could probably change the plugs, oil. Like I said, I put new door, new hatch. So I was, you know, somewhat familiar with the Prius, and I felt pretty confident in buying another one that I know the score, what years had issues, you know, the motor issues, like 2009 or whatever. So but yeah, lady pulled up next. Other people talking in their car, just like me, next to me. She's parking way. I mean, I parked way out here. She parked way out here too. But yeah. So, what am I talking about? Prius, Mercedes. Time to get more space. So I'm gonna move and get more space here. Not that I'm bothered by other people. I'm not. Just moving because I can. So, yeah, the Prius. The Prius is a Prius, so this car, I'm stuck with it now. I was gonna sell it even. I got a few offers, but then, you know what? I figured I could get. I found out I could basically get what I was asking for it, around $3,000 and keep the car. So you get the money that you want for the car and you keep the car. So I did that. I got a title loan, basically, and I gave them my title. Now I'm on the hook for that. So I'm stuck with the car now. And I never heard this saying before, but then when you buy something, you give somebody a Coke. I've never heard that. I guess it's, I don't know if it's a Mexican thing, tradition. That's the first time I heard it. So, yeah, when I bought it, I gave the guy a Coke for the hell of it. So, and I am stuck with this car now. Now, I don't dislike it. I like it. I like the motor. I want to change the oil probably in a couple days. I might do it tomorrow. I don't know. So I don't even want to drive it at all. I drove it right now because it was street sweeping, and I had, a random place to go is the car wash. Needed a wash. It's an okay car. Kind of a sport luxury. Like I said, it's not utility. It is a beauty thing, right? It's in decent shape. It's not ragged out. And I don't try to rag my cars out either. So I'm probably going to just get the scooter in order right now. Put a basket on the back. And I'll be doing some deliveries. That's what I'm going to do. This is not the delivery car. So, yeah, it's an okay car. Depending why do you have that car? I mean, when I bought my 68, or when I traded my diesel for the 68 Mercedes, I was taking the bus to work every day and home. So I didn't need a car, and I wasn't using a car. I'd walk for groceries, walk to the store. I didn't need a car for anything. I thought to myself, I don't need a car. And I really didn't need a car. So yeah, I did trade the Mercedes diesel for the 68 Mercedes non-running. So I traded a running car for a non-running car because that's the car I wanted. He was asking around $900 for the car, which was not a bad deal. The body was complete. The motor was there. I still miss it even. I'm still kind of ticked about it being gone. It really does bother me. Even today, I was thinking about it. It'll bother me time to time. Really like that body style, that 68. But I guess it's gone. That was a 68, 280S. I'm not really a huge car guru guy. But, yeah, I miss it. I miss the 68. I never had it was a love, but it never really flowered into anything, because I never got it running. Needed a carburetor cleaning, which is not a huge deal, right? Just clean it out, clean the jets, whatever. Had 2 carbs. The interior was completely ragged out. So I don't know what came over me. I bought this thing. It's not utility. Like I said, even the day I bought it, actually, the actual day, it's like I had regret still. Like, you know, I don't know, it was weird. I was like looking at these classical trucks, like, you know, when I bought it. Just had this, you know, weird, not regret, but yeah, I almost want to say regret, but like, you know, I got the oil leak sorted. I did that myself. It was just like a little rubber bushing that was leaking in the front of the motor. That was the main oil leak, which I was really stressed about. I put additives maybe that I shouldn't have put in the motor. Maybe that's why it's the oil's black still. Probably needs a motor flush. But yeah, I fixed that leak myself. But the mechanic, he did help me pinpoint it, which I should have been able to do myself, to be honest. But we put it up. You know, he put it up on his lift. Real nice guy. And I knew it was leaking on the bottom, but you know, I didn't see much on the top. But yeah, it was right in the front of the motor. Just a little rubber piece, and it's holding. So no oil leak. It just, and the valve cover gaskets are done, so there's no more oil leak. It's all sorted. And yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I'll probably put some shock. It needs right now. I'd say I'd probably put some shocks on it. It's got a spare, so I'd probably need a jack. Make sure I can handle a flat tire. Let's see. Has it had any real issues? Like I said, I feel like when I start it, the oil's black. I don't want to start it at all. So it shut off. Actually shut off on me the other day. And it's kind of it shut off. I started it, shut off. I'm like, whoa. So I gave it some gas. So yeah, I think I want to do the oil. I don't think it has any other issues though. Just want to do the oil change. Fun little ride though. It's a scooter, you know. It's a four-wheel buggy. There are all kinds of different ones out there. I do like the old ones, the older ones, because they're in my price range more, right, than the new ones. That's one reason. Yeah, I like the old classics. This is kind of considered a classic because it's a 98, so a 20-year-old car is a classic. But I like I said, I like the 68 and the four doors. They're fine. I've never really been into two doors. A two door would, I guess, yeah, it would be sporty, sporty type. But yeah, I guess that's the car talk for now. You know, when I bought the Prius, I wanted to do the smart thing, which I did. Because normally I do, you know, have that in the past. I've gone after just the beautiful thing that I want, you know, that I'm actually attracted to, not the utility. So when I had that Prius, I bought it decisively for utility, for ride share, for delivery, for the gas mileage. I do like Priuses actually, so. But that one was kind of dinged up, so I don't regret having it. But I could get another one, basically, is what I'm saying, that's from the auction, you know, maybe even. They're not cheap, but they're cheaper at the auction. Actually, you know what? And if I get one in Arizona, I don't need the dealer. You just need the cash. California, yeah, you need a dealer license, but I think in Arizona I could just go buy it, just cash. That's it. It's yours. Good luck, you know. May the force be with you. Yeah, I can get one at an auction in Arizona, and I got to really double check with those fees because one of the dealers here, he was familiar, and he said it's $1,000. They tack on $1,000, which is well, it's $1,000. So I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, maybe I'll save up for. Actually, that's what I was gonna do with this last job. At the sprayer job I had, I was planning to save up for another car, for a Prius, actually. We'll see what happens now, though. We'll see.